It's Madden NFL24, and we'll get a look here at Davante Adams, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, all that and more, coming up next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. A very Merry Christmas Day, everyone. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, this, the first of 3 here on this Monday, and it starts with a couple of rivals with history back to the AFL days.
History indeed. Great games. Teams that had to go through each other in order to accomplish what they wanted, which was to get to the Super Bowl. And remember just a few years ago, Kansas City, they've owned this rivalry in recent years. But the Raiders went to Kansas City and won. And remember taking a victory lap around the stadium on the way to the airport in their team bus.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Richie James. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big win early.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 15 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back.
Under pressure, they got him again. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now, in Patrick Mahomes.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes...
There he goes, left side. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are other... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. It's a big play there for Vegas. 42 yards. The previous play big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever your thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. Loaded up for the pass, they hit him with the run. Load up for the run, they hit him with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. As they've got it as we resume action. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs at 9-5 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. 5 plays there on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo throwing quickly here, and he's got Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. We're just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that one too wide and incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in somewhere along the assembly line. Now
Garoppolo lost the football. defensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Mahomes to throw. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here comes Abdullah on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards to pick up there.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Myers. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 118 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to, and they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Play action, Garoppolo. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try to move forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
There's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Mahomes now to throw. His throw incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone, But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye, but the defender's coming out on the field now.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
That simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the run that should seal the victory. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Butker on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now down by 12. A little over a minute to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pacheco. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to